Bill O'Reilly here, Monday, November 1st, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Most Americans think the country's heading in the wrong direction. The president meets the Pope in Rome. The White House considers cash payments to undocumented migrants. Press Secretary Jen Psaki tests positive for COVID. Also ahead, how climate change has become a huge con. But first, new polling from NBC News says just 22% of voters believe the country is heading in the right direction. A whopping 71% think we are heading down the wrong road. President Biden's approval falling to 42%, down 7 points since August. Respondents giving the president low marks on the economy, Afghanistan, and the border. The president is in Scotland today for another UN conference on climate change. More on that incredible con in the next segment. On Friday, Mr. Biden met with Pope Francis in Vatican City, the pontiff and the president vowing to work together on poverty and the pandemic. It is unknown if abortion was discussed. The two publicly disagreeing on that issue, Pope Francis saying abortion providers are, quote, hitmen who commit murder. However, Mr. Biden telling reporters the Catholic leader believes he should, quote, keep receiving communion. The Pope has not confirmed that, despite Mr. Biden's abortion fanaticism. The White House considering cash payments to families separated at the U.S.-Mexico border. A lawsuit from the ACLU claims the Trump administration inflicted trauma and psychological damage on illegal migrants. The compensation could reach $450,000 a person. Can you believe that? By comparison, the federal government pays the families of American soldiers killed in action $400,000. The lawsuit is crazy, and if President Biden okays those kinds of settlements, it will be over for him. Fully vaccinated Press Secretary Jen Psaki has COVID. She is experiencing mild symptoms and will quarantine for 10 days. Ms. Psaki last saw President Biden shortly before he left for Europe. Her diagnosis comes 2 weeks after Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas also got COVID. In a moment, the truth about politics and climate change. Right back. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, the climate change con. It's not what you may think. There is a warming of the planet. No question. And the world should develop and use cleaner energy. No question that would be a positive. But cleaner energy is not available yet. Not available. And the lies being told about it are shocking. This week in Scotland, world leaders will once again discuss global warming. Many will pledge to clean up greenhouse gases. However, China, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia will not cooperate. So what good is all this? The two biggest polluters on the planet, India and China, will not stop developing fossil fuels, especially coal. And India wants other countries to give it $2.5 trillion to transition to clean fuel. That, of course, is a bribe. The Association of Southeastern Asian Nations, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, and other countries, well, they all want $100 billion annually to fight global warming, another bribe. South Africa wants $1 trillion a year for developing nations to combat climate change. Are we all getting the picture here? Global warming is a cash gift that keeps on giving. Here in the USA, the Biden administration has pledged to double climate change funding to developing countries. That is, they're going to send about $12 billion of our tax dollars overseas by 2024, which would make the USA by far the biggest single benefactor in the world. And again, that's taxpayer money. Now, many liberals applaud that spending, so I direct them to Haiti. Since a devastating earthquake hit that country in 2010, more than $13 billion in foreign aid has been given to the Port-au-Prince government, most from the USA, Canada, and the United Nations. Even before the earthquake, America had given $900 million in assistance to Haiti. That generosity has had no impact whatsoever. Life expectancy remains the same, poverty rates are unchanged, new buildings have not been put up. The poor people of Haiti did not benefit at all from the billions of dollars that flowed in there. Haiti remains the third most dangerous nation on earth behind Afghanistan and Somalia. So why would climate change funds sent to all kinds of poor countries be any different? In America, Mr. Biden's revised Build Back Better plan includes $555 billion to fight climate change, a huge boondoggle. Where exactly will that money go? Meanwhile, gas prices are up 48% compared to last year. The price of oil has nearly doubled from $39 a barrel to $72 this month. It'll cost Americans 54% more to heat their homes this winter, all because of fighting climate change. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. For more honest news analysis, please go to BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honoring America's heroes and their families with 200 mortgage-free homes this year. Amazing. In a moving tribute to the fallen, the foundation's chairman and CEO walked from the Pentagon to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, then on to Ground Zero, more than 500 miles through 6 states in 42 days. Thanks to your support, the foundation brought Towers of Light back to the Pentagon and Shanksville memorials in remembrance. And in a first for America, the foundation read aloud the names of those who lost their lives to 9/11 related illness. On Veterans Day, another first will arrive. The foundation is reading aloud the names of people lost in the war on terror. So please do some good and help America never forget. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. Great cause. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. On this day in 1994, a 30-year-old entrepreneur in Seattle began registering different websites for a new business venture. For the first time, people would be able to purchase books on the internet. He started with awake.com, browse.com, bookmall.com, before settling on something more exotic. The man, Jeff Bezos, his new company, Amazon. Instead of spending hours browsing at the bookstore, people could purchase reading material from their homes. The products would then ship directly to their front door. Some thought that was a bad idea and it was doomed to fail. One computer magazine described the new Amazon site as Amazon.bomb. In 1994, less than 1% of the U.S. population had access to the net. The average price to get on the web was $5 an hour. Another problem, there was no way to pay for anything. When eBay launched a year later, people had to physically mail checks before receiving their products. The only successful corporate website at that time was pizzahut.com. But Bezos stuck with it. In 1998, Amazon started selling computer software, music, movies. 2 years later, the website offered home goods. The company finally turned a profit in the first quarter of 2001, 7 years after the startup. Today, Amazon has 3 billion visitors each month. It accounts for 30% of all purchases on the net. Amazon's warehouses have more square footage than 700 football stadiums, big enough to hold 10,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The platform now sells 12 million products in every country on Earth. Amazon, valued at $1.7 trillion, its founder Bezos is worth $200 billion. And here's something else you might not know. Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon earlier this year. After revolutionizing the marketplace, the entrepreneur is taking his new business model up into space, extraterrestrial tourism. His company, Blue Origin, offers rocket rides for $1 million a seat. Bezos thinks he can get the price down to $250,000 by the end of the decade. That is, if aliens don't eat the passengers. Now this. Dealing with car repairs can feel like a lose-lose situation, and without the right coverage, just one repair could bleed you dry. But ever since I called Car Shield, I don't worry about expensive repairs anymore. Car Shield administrators handle the paperwork and the expensive payment, so I don't have to. It's a win-win. Seriously, Car Shield could save you thousands of dollars. I just pick my favorite mechanic, and Car Shield's administrators do the rest. Plans from Car Shield even provide roadside assistance, rental coverage, and trip reimbursement, all at no additional charge. Whether your car has 5,000 miles or 150,000, Car Shield has monthly coverage options that fit your budget. Get covered today and see why Car Shield cars go farther. Visit carshield.com/bill to save 10%. That's carshield.com/bill. A deductible may apply. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.